Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate does not only have a really long title, but an interesting game behind it. This game tells us what happened to Gabriel Belmont after he took the moniker of Dracula and before the events of the last moments of Lords of Shadow. The opening cutscene shows us Gabriel and his wife Marie doing the whoopee before Gabriel leaves for an important mission. While Gabriel is busy catching an evil Pokemon, Marie is secretly giving birth to their son, Trevor Belmont. Ooh, that name sounds familiar. But Marie can't enjoy motherhood for long, as the Brotherhood of Light shows up, showing her Gabriel's future in a piece of the so-called Mirror of Fate. The Brotherhood takes Trevor away to train him to become the man to destroy Dracula. The events of Lord of Shadow take place right after that, and Gabriel becomes the Dog of Darkness and starts his reign of terror in Transylvania. That's the prologue of the game, and normally I would continue with the first act of the game. But this game kinda jumps all over the place timeline-wise, so let's get this into a more comprehensive order. The third act of the game introduces an adult Trevor who just found out that he is Dracula's son. He has to say goodbye to his wife Cipher and his son Simon to travel to Dracula's castle. Trevor arrives in style and is greeted by a mysterious ghostly figure. They don't get along very well.
And your wife and your son will suffer the consequences of your failure.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Our hero climbs and fights his way to the very top of the castle and has to do battle with Dracula's evil Pokemon. Trevor's part of the game ends with him coming face to face with Dracula. Even though it seems that he gains the upper hand, Trevor dies in the castle and our blood-sucking friend realizes that he just killed his own son. Dracula tries to turn Trevor into a vampire, but it seemingly fails. He buries his son in a coffin marked Alucard and returns to mope over his mistakes. But don't worry, that's not the end of the game. The first act picks up a couple of years after these events and focuses on the now adult Simon Belmont. He travels to Castlevania to find out what happened to his father and to destroy Dracula. He warms up by kicking some monster butt. And he also runs into the mysterious ghostly figure. Eventually, he recovers his father's lost battle cross and promptly has to fight the grim fucking Reaper. You didn't actually think that he wouldn't be in this game, right? Luckily, Simon isn't alone in his fight. He is assisted by two magical spirits and an unknown stranger who drops by from time to time. Simon makes his way to the top of the castle too and faces off with my favorite boss in this game.
Come, stay with us. You will find our hospitality most pleasant.
Now it's Simon's turn to battle the Lord of Darkness. The unknown stranger shows up again and Dracula reveals to Simon and the player that this is Alucard. We don't get to fight Dracula after that, since we still have to go through the second act of the game. It starts with Trevor's awakening just as Simon arrives at the castle. He realizes that his father turned him into a vampire, and now he doesn't only hunger for blood, but for revenge too. Alucard has to fight his way through the castle again, a task made easier by his ability to turn into a wolf creature. We also get to see the events of the first act from his perspective and learn what happened to Dracula's Pokemon before Alucard sends it to the big Pokemon pension in the sky. The second act lets you fight Dracula for real now. Simon and Alucard succeed in staking Dracula, who explodes into a weird red light.
This is not how a vampire is supposed to die.
Alucard decides to not tell his son who he is, although the bamboozled look on Simon's face makes me believe that he does know. It's nice to see a newer, updated side-scrolling Castlevania, but to be honest, I don't really see the need for it. Hardcore fans will enjoy this game, but I'm not so sure about that with the more casual crowd, since it gets a little bit tiring after the second act. That's why I give Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate 6 out of 10 evil Pokemons.